Hi everyone, it's Danny with Love. I'm here in my hotel room, halfway unpacked. I'll try not to show you anything because it's a mess. But anyway, so why am I in a hotel room, you ask? A hotel room in Japan, no less. Well, if you follow me on social media, you're likely already aware that I've left the States. I have accepted a position as an assistant language teacher with the prestigious Japan Exchange in Teaching Program, also known as JET. Established in 1987, the program promotes internationalization and mutual understanding by inviting young people from all over the world to work with communities throughout the nation. And mostly that takes form in roles as educators, or assistant educators in my case. So while some critics have questioned the program's value in the 21st century, it's become clear that JET is more important than ever, as the nation's borders have become tightly restricted due to the global COVID 19 pandemic, of course. So the program has really become a vital means of keeping Japan connected with the rest of the world. And it has been a daunting wait, complicated by COVID. I submitted my application over a year ago, and I did not have my official date of departure, October 24th, until late August. It was delayed at least once. Originally, I was told I'd be leaving in September. Other JET participants who applied before me have waited over 2 years for this to finally happen. Some of them quit their jobs, some of them moved back in with their parents. A lot of people have put their lives on hold in some way. Myself, I accepted 2 part-time positions. I think this was just before I started my application for JET, and that was one as a substitute teacher with Uplift Education, who runs actually my high school where I graduated, that's North Hills Preparatory, and then also as a marketing and ticketing coordinator at the brand new Kapal Arts Center. And my role as a substitute teacher, of course, ended with summer vacation, and then I finally gave notice to the Kapal Arts Center that I was leaving at the very beginning of October, which did not leave me a lot of time to prepare. I had about 6 days between quitting my job in Kapel and getting on a flight to Japan, which was pretty intense. Following a 4-hour road trip with my parents to Houston, I boarded a flight to Tokyo Narita International Airport, and that has brought me here to this hotel room where I'm staying for 2 weeks for a mandatory quarantine, during which I am receiving daily trainings. I am taking Japanese lessons, lessons from free apps on my phone to lessons that have been provided to me through this program. And I will finally be done with this quarantine on November 9th, after which I will travel to my final destination, the city of Fukui, which is central Japan, near the Sea of Japan. And I'm very excited for that day to come. And it's the capital of Fukui Prefecture and home to about 250,000 people, which is pretty comparable to the city where I've spent most of my life, Irving, Texas. Fukui is known for delicious seafood, particularly snow crabs, so I'm very excited. But I have been told it gets pretty cold, and that the winters can be brutal, especially for a native Texan like myself. But I've got some new boots. I've got my dad's warmest jacket, and hopefully I'll get by somehow. I first visited Japan during college in 2016 under the tutelage of Professor Seiji Ikeda as part of a summer course Japanese art and design taught at the University of Texas at Arlington, my alma mater. Among other traditions, Seiji Sensei introduced the class to precise crafts such as wagashi, sweets, ikebana, flower arrangement, and matcha, wooden townhouses, the latter of which I had to make a presentation about, specifically a book that I designed as part of the final grade for that course. It was really a fantastic time. I think we were there for about 10 days, and I fell in love. And just completely enamored, I returned the next year, convincing two of my closest friends to join me. We had our own delays. I've told my story about my layover in Monterrey, I think, hundreds of times to people now. I'm sure I'll repeat it again sometime on this blog. But other than that, it was really incredible. We visited countless museums, shrines, an assortment of cafes, ranging from cat to maid. Even after this 2 week trip, it was still not enough to satiate my curiosity, and I was really eager to return again. And I mean, Japanese culture has really always been part of my life, from spending Saturday mornings watching like 6 hours of cartoons at a time, from Yu-Gi-Oh to Pokemon to Shaolin Showdown, and then of course Nintendo, playing video games with my classmates and friends, and now my more recent fascination with contemporary artists like Takashi Murakami, Yayoi Kusama. So this is something that I've really wanted to do. I mean, as a child or even as a teenager, I never imagined living in Japan, but that makes this opportunity all the more thrilling. After having lived in both Florence and Amsterdam, I finally developed the courage to embark on this journey. And it has been a very intensive process, one which involved the submission of my resume, professional references, a personal essay, reports about my health even, of course an FBI background check. I was asked to disclose my body piercings, one on each earlobe, and tattoos, none currently. I joke that the government of Japan knows more about myself than I do. But I'm not the only one who's applied, so I'm sure they know lots of things about lots of people. Prospective teachers apply from all over the world, from nations including the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia. The program is one of the largest of its kind, and it has an estimated acceptance rate of about 25%, depending on the nation. And I've met a lot of people already in this past week. I've been really impressed with everyone. Everyone is so well traveled and kind and enthusiastic. Lots of people have already years of teaching experience under their belts, and a lot of them are eager to take what they learn and experience here in Japan back to their home countries, many of which are from the States. Everyone that I've talked to, almost everyone, has been from Texas. A lot of bilingual speakers, Spanish, of course, being a big one. But I've met lots of other people who've already lived in Germany, in Israel, in China. Just a fascinating group of people. Lots of other Jets pursue careers as diplomats. I've talked to lots of people who have interests in international relations. And then there's a few people like myself who aren't exactly sure how this fits into their careers or their lives, but are just really interested in this opportunity and are eager to see where life takes them. And I mean, as a college student, I dreamed of joining the ranks of world-class design agencies and pitching solutions for multi-million-dollar clients, but I'm really happy to say that my life has taken me on a different path. And instead, I'm excited to use my visual communications degree as well as brand ambassador and marketing experience to bridge language barriers and to establish meaningful connections. So needless to say, this has been a very long video, to say that you can expect a lot more content about Japan coming soon, as I'm very thrilled to share this experience with everyone. And last, but certainly not least, I want to wholeheartedly thank everyone who has made this opportunity possible, especially Professors Seiji Ikeda and Ben Dolezal from the University of Texas at Arlington, as well as the JET alumni Christina Dame and Jeremy Sorrell, who gave me invaluable feedback about my application. And of course, I am very grateful to my parents, Hannah and Xavier, for a lifetime of patience and support. Without them, I certainly would not have ever considered doing this. So, thank you for sticking around, and I hope that you will follow me and support me in this journey. See y'all later.